The purpose of this podcast is to educate and inform. It is no substitute for professional care by your doctor or your qualified healthcare professional. Never disregard or delay professional medical advice because of something you've heard on this podcast or in any linked material. Guests who speak on this podcast express their own opinions, experience, and conclusions. Dr. Shirley neither endorses nor opposes any particular opinion discussed on this podcast. The views expressed on this podcast have no relation to those of any academic, hospital, practice, institution, or other entity with which Dr. Shirley may be affiliated.
Welcome to Forever Fab, the podcast on fashion, the art of living, and all things beauty. This podcast is curated by Dr. Shirley Madhere, MD, as the definitive source of holistic wellness through beauty.
Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Shirley. Welcome to 15 Minutes of FAB, a segment of the Forever Fab podcast where I summarize the latest health, wellness, beauty, and plastic surgery news. This annual report is called the FAB Trend Report and highlights my opinions as well as research on the hottest trends in fashion, wellness, and beauty for the new year that is already upon us. If you don't have time to tune into my full-length podcast, then tune in and check out 15 Minutes of FAB. My aim is to engage you and serve as a credible and authoritative voice in aspects of health, wellness, and lots of topics along the beauty spectrum, from lip gloss to the needle and injectables and to the scalpel. So let's get at it. The FAB Trend Report of Fashion. In fashion news, the upcoming trends, or what experts are predicting will have our attention in fashion, include fashion design trends such as patchwork. That one does not have my attention. Knits. And you'll recall that we interviewed a fabulous knitwear designer, Victor Glamour, on the Forever Fab podcast last year. Hopefully he'll come back to tell us about his new trends and his new knits in the new year. Another fashion design trend, playfulness. So the experts predict we're going to see bright colors and exuberant patterns, and that dressing will be more playful and fun. Sheer. Apparently more is more, seeing more is more. Luxe sportswear. I'm already seeing that the sportswear and, athleisure is definitely getting up there in price. Thank goodness for Amazon.com. Anyway, denim is another fashion design trend, but I think denim is just like always and forever. Florals, bold shoulders. Bold shoulders a la, Balmain, Grace Jones, big, bold, square, fierce shoulders. And skin is again in. So cutouts are going to be big this fashion year. So we'll see what happens. Of all of those design trends, I definitely can get into the knits, the denim for sure. Bold shoulders I can deal with. The sheer in certain places, not everywhere clearly. And same with the skin is in. I mean, a cutout over a shoulder, a cutout over, an open back. I love cutouts everywhere else. I'm not so sure. A second trend in fashion, investment jewels. So I guess people were thinking, oh my gosh, it's a pandemic. Oh my gosh, what's happening with the world? I better help to, cushion myself with important pieces that I might have to resell, luxury handbags and jewelry. So investment jewels are definitely a 2021 trend. Pantone colors of the year were announced, and the Pantone colors for 2021 are two. Ultimate Gray, number 17-5104, and Illuminating. And illuminating to me looks like a neonish kind of yellow. And that number is 13-0647. So when the Pantone color of the year comes out, I believe lots of designers try to incorporate those colors into their design. We'll see. A fourth trend, expanded digital landscape. So not just artificial intelligence, but more expansive e-commerce, virtual shopping, and the behemoth, yes, Amazon.com is just dipping or stretching their tentacles into everything. They've opened Amazon.com luxury shops where Oscar de la Renta, Altazara, Victor Glamour, and lots of other designers are partnering with them. So I think that digital landscape is definitely going to keep expanding. I love this next trend. Dressing up will come back. Yes. I love casual, and obviously it's comfortable, but I miss dressing up. And I know there are some people out there, some fashionistas and fashion influencers, God bless you, that put on a gown to walk around their house or to take the dog for a walk. I think that's fabulous. But for me, it's just a little bit too much effort. So I just want some place to go for real, so I can dress up and feel that excitement again. So I look forward to dressing up again. Another trend, experiential retail. So with the rise and expansion and probably world domination of e-commerce and, the expanding digital landscape, brick and mortar retail, they're going to have to step up their game. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of experiences they offer in store to be able to get that loyal customer back on premise. Another trend, wellness and fashion. Well, what exactly does that mean? That yes, that you're comfortable in your clothes, that you feel good in your clothes, that your clothes are sustainable and they help support a village or something. So not only do they feel good on your body, but they feel good in your body and on your soul. Another trend, conscious shopping. And this is somewhat related to what I just mentioned. So the source of the fabric or the materials, do they employ child labor? Do the materials help to preserve the earth and don't strip the earth of its resources? And is the process community building or community supporting? Is there a cooperative of, women working together to sew fabrics together where they actually can get paid for their work? Another trend, somewhat related, is sustainability. Sustainability of the clothing, the textiles, earth preservation, caring for the earth and for others. A 10th trend, diversity and inclusivity in not only fashion design, but throughout the entire fashion hierarchy. Not just designers and not just the salespeople working in the stores, but the C-suite. The C-suite. Bring it. And the last trend I want to mention in this FAB trend report on fashion is fashionable but functional face masks. I think face masks are here to stay for a long time. Thankfully, we have a couple of approved vaccines, at least in the United States, and I know a couple of approved vaccines in Europe as well. But that still does not remove the responsibility to practice healthy hygiene, washing your hands, wearing a mask, and maintaining social distance. So there you have it. My take on the fashion trends for 2021. So what pieces will you invest in? Which designers will you support in 2021? Will they be the big houses? Will they be the startups? Will you learn more about what you put on your back? Will you lean more towards casual clothing or dressing up, or both? And are you open to returning to a brick and mortar retail store to shop, or will most of your shopping be done online? Will you resell or keep your sweatsuits and your loungewear? Will you buy clothing from influencers on TikTok and Instagram? And do you believe that in-person fashion weeks will be as popular and as well attended? Or do you think it'll still have to be a hybrid or all digital? And what will your fashion, quote unquote, new normal look like? How will you express your fashionable sense of style, given the current paradigms we live in, even in 2021? And here we are, at the start of a new year, with much to reflect upon, to be grateful for, to contemplate, and to look forward to. I thank you for listening to this FAB Trend Report on fashion on the Forever Fab podcast. I look forward to sharing new episodes with you in this new year. As always, stay fabulous inside and out.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Forever Fab, the podcast on fashion, the art of living, and all things beauty, curated by Dr. Shirley Madhere, MD. Live beautifully and help make the world a more beautiful place.